Hey there again, folks. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Never7, The End of Infinity. Last time we were trying to change the future. And we weren't doing that great a job. The same stuff that was happening last time happened again, relating to Haruka. Though, I mean, things are different. He's seeming like things are worse somehow. Are the same, which I guess I agree with him in a way, but I think that all the little changes might factor in at the end, so we'll just have to find out and see. Another big difference is that last time he was about to kiss her on the forehead and he found a scar. So I don't know what's up with the scar, and they're gonna find out, possibly. So let's find out. Let's find out what's up with this. My glance. Haruka must have realized that I was firmly staring at her forehead. Well, as long as that's all you was firmly staring at. Even though we trust each other, she's right. I don't really have a reason to hide it, do I? I resolve myself and decide to try asking her. Haruka, that scar on your forehead, how did you get it?
傷跡?
Yeah.
これのこと?
Haruka says this and softly parts her bangs. It really is there. Oh my gosh, I saw it just a few seconds ago. It's really there. It's a small thin scar that I would never have noticed if I hadn't seen it up close. How'd you get that? I try asking one more time. Haruka remains silent. She tilts her head as if to say, who knows? Maybe she's Harry Potter's little sister who has a scar on her forehead. I don't know. Haruka nods. I see. What I mutters is I lower Haruka's bangs. And then Haruka leaves the room as if nothing happened. The last smile she shows me calms my heart down. Our small exchange managed to erase my previous depression. It's probably not just me. I think Haruka's also going through the same thing. Shortly after Haruka leaves, I hear another knock on the door. The door opens and Izumi-san steps into a room. Like the last third, Izumi-san tells me various stories related to clones. I've heard the exact same details once already, so I'm just like... Even though I feel guilty for doing it, I tune out Izumi-san. It's just that I can't think of anything but Haruka. She's the only thing I'm able to think about. Izumi-san continues her story, ignorant to my inattention. However...
私の父親、一応遺伝子工学の権威だから、受け売りよ、受け売り。
Suddenly my heart skips a beat at those words. In the next instant, I casually express a question that has suddenly hit me. Izumi-san, your father hasn't made any clones, has he? Izumi-san's face instantly goes pale. It's the first time I've seen Izumi-san like this. Did I just ask something wrong?
そうじゃない。そうじゃないんだけど。誠くん、私の話ちゃんと聞いてた？クローン裁判のこと。
Well, because he wanted to see his lost child again.
そう。会いたかったから。私のお父さんも同じだった。
Your father? Oh, you're not telling me that he...
くるみが生まれてすぐ行方不明になったことがあったの。
Kurumi was dumbfounded. I'd become lost in Izumi-san's story. It happened without warning. One day, Izumi-san's parents went out shopping, taking their 1-month-old baby with them. Kurumi in that shopping center, they took their eyes off of her for 1 minute. And in the next, she had suddenly vanished. All that was left was her empty stroller. In other words, Kurumi had been kidnapped. According to the witnesses, the kidnapper's demands were already left behind in the stroller. A bounty for the criminal was quickly placed as the police tirelessly searched for Kurumi. The media extensively reported on this, but in the end, they couldn't find Kurumi. And then, around 1 year after Kurumi's disappearance, Dr. Moreno decided to recreate Kurumi. I want to see my child again, no matter what. With these sentiments that any parent must have, he thought to use his own technology to achieve them. Anyone found out, he'd be severely punished and also booted from the world of genetic engineering. Despite that, the doctor began working on creating a clone. First, Dr. Moreno obtained a sample of Kurumi's blood. It was held in the cold storage of a university hospital because it had been taken from Kurumi immediately after birth in order to be examined to see whether or not she had any infectious diseases or any abnormalities in her white blood cells and the like. The nucleus extracted from Kurumi's blood cell was then transplanted into an egg cell that had already had its nucleus extracted, then implanted into the mother's womb. 9 months later, Kurumi's clone let out her first cry. Izumi-san was only 2 years and 11 months old at the time, so she had no real memory to call her own of this. It seems this story was just the one her parents told her directly after it happened. I like that. The mother was able to give birth to her, so she could always say, "I brought you into this world twice, and I can take you out." Yeah, not just one, not just
そうしてできた
twice.
第二の妹を私は随分いじめたの。きっと親の愛情を全部取られちゃうと思ったのね。だからこんな子、私の本当の妹じゃないなんて言って追いかけてくる妹を突き飛ばしたことがあったの。ひどいでしょ。いくら子供とは言っても彼女額から血が出てた。もしかして傷が残ったんじゃないかな。かなり深かったから。だから私は誰の額も見ないようにしてるの。
Hold on, Izumi-san. My heart thumps loudly in my chest. My whole body is instantly covered in goosebumps. Let me confirm this one more time. The girl's forehead has a scar on it. Izumi-san gives me a slow, deep nod while biting her lip. And then what happened to that girl after that? Izumi-san quietly continues as she gazes out into the distance.
くるみがある日突然発見されたのよ。
Kurumi was found 3 years after she had been kidnapped. Her father doted on the clone girl, but when the real Kurumi was safely placed back into his care, the situation became troublesome. Of course, her father loved them equally, but those days were an era where clones were faced with persecution. If you kept both of them as they grew up, the fact that one of them was a clone would undoubtedly come to light. And so their father decided to give up the clone girl as she cried. Okay. She was adopted by a young, reliable couple who worked at her father's. Who worked as her father's laboratory assistants at the time. So, Haruka is the clone of Kurumi, which make her the sister clone of Izumi. I guess I can grasp that. Izumi-san leaves the room after finishing her story. In the empty room, my thoughts turn to Haruka, because I'm just someone's replacement. Haruka certainly said that. She did get a very bad feeling now that I'm thinking about it when they went to Luna Beach before. Remember that. The most important thing about Izumi-san's story just now is that Kurumi might be Haruka's original. Of course, this could be one crazy coincidence or that one big setup that they're gonna be like, "What? You thought that? You silly people! Haruka's not Kurumi's clone." I don't know what'd be meaner if they did that or I don't know. Haruka probably knows this if she knows it. Haruka must be dying, interesting word to use, to learn this sort of information about her roots. On the other hand, if Haruka learned the truth, she might end up suffering more, and she's self-conscious enough as it is due to the fact that she's a clone. You know, that makes sense though. It makes a lot of sense. Haruka likes the sea roaches, and Kurumi was quite infatuated with them too. That would make sense. Have they been on any of the other same pages? Crap! I'm gonna be paying attention to this next time through. Their senses of humor are definitely different. I can't think of. I don't know. Furthermore, it might make things even more awkward if she learned about her original as an acquaintance of hers. When my thoughts reach this point, I let out a loud sigh. It echoes in the dark and quiet room. Then what should I do? What should I do? Uh-oh. Is this a decision? That's right. Struck by a sudden idea, I spontaneously stand up on top of my bed. I just need to prove those two aren't the same. Isn't that the most effective method? I'll look for the differences between them. Then I'll pick the most distinctive one. If I do that, then Haruka will probably be able to discover herself. The ages are a little different. Aren't they? Just a little bit. Haruka's in college and Kurumi, I'm guessing, is in high school. But then again, the cloning thing could speed up aging or start it off at a later point, seems like. No, it shouldn't have, because she said the mother gave birth to her. She was putting an egg, so. So that could be a thing there. She should definitely discover how valuable her own existence it truly is, and then history too will probably change. Although this is just a baseless theory, I feel confident that this plan will work. Satisfied, I'll crawl into my bed. Seems tomorrow will be busy. Now wait, bother me. I'm going to the library. A car with its headlights on comes driving from the tip of the curve. Ooh. You know, this fact could help us out. Even if nothing else changes, knowing this fact could help us out, because who has the same blood type as a clone? The clone's original. If she needs a transfusion, get Kurumi in there. What? That could be the thing. That could be the thing that changes this. When Tucky turns around and lets out a small scream, a puppy trying to run leaps into my field of vision. The puppy is oblivious to the car, which releases a sharp honk. Without hesitation, Haruka swiftly rushes out onto the road towards the puppy. Haruka! Haruka immediately picks it up in her arms. Immediately afterwards, the bright red light frame of the car draws near. And that happens. Haruka is still holding the dog, draws an arc in midair. While staring at this scene, I thankfully wake up from this nightmare. I feel my whole body covered in sticky sweat. When I force my mind to awaken, the sun's already risen. I get out of my bed and pace around my room. By my second lap around the room, I finally realize that this is pointless and stop. Today is Thursday, April 4th. I don't have much time left. Before the day is over, I've got to find the decisive difference between Haruka and Kurumi. And then I need to protect Haruka no matter what. To still my resolve, I repeat this to myself over and over again as I open up. Seriously, break her leg. She won't be diving into no road to save no puppies. Why is my solution to everything to change the future is break a leg? Everybody should just break their legs now. It'll change the future. After eating breakfast in the living room, Kurumi, Yuka, and Haruka begin discussing their plans for the day. Like last time, Haruka said she's going fishing. So, say Haruka, would it be okay if I went fishing with you? Ask her this. Haruka nods in agreement. She seems to be a little embarrassed as a faint smile forms on her face.
Makoto, どうしたの?
I must have spaced out for a while because her large eyes are suddenly staring directly at me. No, it's nothing. It's nothing. I was just thinking a bit.
何それ?
Haruka seems a little annoyed as her cheeks puff up.
Makoto, 私と一緒にいて楽しい?
Of course, I answered instantly. Seems that Haruka is so sensitive to others' mood shifts that she was able to pick up on my uneasiness just from observing my speech and conduct. Now that I think about it, I remember receiving this exact same feeling from Kurumi once. Yeah, that's right. The barbecue, right? After the whole ordeal. The two of them share strong powers of observation and insights, as well as incredible perception. Oh man, okay, here's a spin-off game. The Haruka and Kurumi Detective Agency. They go and try to solve crimes with observation and logic. No wait, I feel like that sensitivity is just a common characteristic among girls.
Makoto, 引いてる.
Huh? Got one? What do you mean? Haruka silently points at the sea. When I look, I see my fishing line is dragging out to sea. Shortly afterwards, it stops.
もしかして.
I silently reel in the fish, grab the tip. There's not even bait left. Oh, is he actually baiting it this time? Because I wasn't thinking about fishing, I didn't notice it at all. Whatever. I'm not really in the mood for fishing anyway, so it's not like I'm particularly upset.
Makoto, やられちゃったね.
Damn, I should be stronger than one measly fish. I decided to act frustrated just once in front of Haruka.
そんなこと言ってるから釣れないんだよ.
You might be right. Sunlight sparkles on the ocean. Haruka's smile is just as radiant as it is. When I see that extremely natural and frank smile, it makes my own existence feel filthy by comparison. If we were the same gender, would this feeling be something akin to jealousy? There's a place my bait on a hook. I have to only think about that. They really are similar. It goes without saying that Kurumi also possesses the same disposition as Haruka. They seem very different on the surface, but they really do resemble each other at that essential part. So... Is Makoto a clone of that dude? Or is that dude a clone of Makoto? That's a good question. That's a good question. I'm not gonna repeat myself again. Man, that's... Whose point of view would we even find that out in? I don't know. Maybe Saki's ending? I don't know. Something only Haruka has. Something Kurumi doesn't have. What is it? So the day ends with nothing special occurring and with tomorrow swiftly approaching. Feels like watching a sandcastle you made start to collapse. Is there nothing I can do after all? Spent the entire day fishing with Haruka, but in the end I was unable to find out her decisive French word. I was unable to find her reason, her decisive raisin. You know, she had raisins. Raison d'être. Raison d'être. I'm not sure what that means, but I'm guessing. I don't know. When that came around, we had the barbecue party. I tried comparing Kurumi to Haruka by sight, but all I ended up doing was reconfirm that their external similarities and differences won't help me out. All I feel is my sense of restlessness starting to grow stronger. I only have a day left. No, wait. Try looking back on my actions today one more time. Went fishing with Haruka from the morning onwards, and when we went to the barbecue. When I think about it carefully, the incident between Haruka and Saki at the barbecue didn't happen this time. Okay, well that's a change. That's a change. So what does that mean? Does that mean that the shape of history is slowly changing? Because I was completely focused on Haruka today, I completely overlooked this important event. Will I get through this somehow? The flow of time is not set in stone. I know that's a fact from the changes I've seen up until now. But even so, I'm unable to wipe away this vague feeling of uneasiness, throw the covers over my head, and fall asleep. Flashback. Oh, maybe no flashback. Late at night, I hear a quiet knock on the door, along with a clear voice I've now come accustomed to. Yeah, it's open, so come on in. Of course, the one who comes into the dim room is Haruka. No. It's the middle of the night. I wasn't asleep. No, I couldn't sleep for some reason, but more importantly, what about you? Is something up? I see, I remember that on the last felt. This was the time when Haruka invited me to go see the Shiranui with her.
昨日の夜も私眠れなかったの。それで一人で外を歩いてたら。
So you thought you'd go see them again and come here to invite me? I instantly asked this. Got it. Then let's go see the Shiranui. Yeah. There's only one. That's too early, isn't it? I think it'd be best if we got some more sleep, even if it's only for a little bit. Because I'm sure tomorrow we'll also get busy. I can lend you my watch if you'd like.
大丈夫。じゃあちょっとだけ寝るから後で呼びに来るね。
Yeah, I'll leave the door unlocked so that you can wake me up if I'm still asleep.
わかった。約束だよ。
It's a promise. She hears those words. A satisfied smile rises to Haruka's face as she leaves the room. 4:30, huh? I set my watch alarm to that time. I'm sure that on that day of the incident, this last thing I heard before I lost consciousness was my watch alarm. So in other words, that means the previous 6, Haruka died shortly before 4:30. Interesting fact. Will I really get through this somehow? My watch alarm. What? Huh? And at the same time,
Makoto, 起きてる？
Haruka's quiet, restrained voice comes in from outside the door.
ごめんね。無理なことお願いしちゃって。
What are you talking about? I wanted to be with you, so it's fine.
Makoto.
I get a little embarrassed about what I said. As if to hide that embarrassment, I take Haruka's arm and leave the lodge. Haruka and I begin to walk side by side down the hill road that leads to the shoreline. Just then, Haruka suddenly mutters this.
きれい。
Haruka smiles as she gazes at the night sky. When I also look up, I see a canopy of stars. Stars shine brightly as if their light is raining down on the very soul of this earth. These stars are the one thing that don't change with the movement of time. My own existence feels tiny compared to them. A powerless existence that can't do anything. Can I really protect Haruka? Suddenly I shift my gaze towards her. Haruka's face has a cool and clear beauty to it as she looks up at the stars. Looks as if all the filthy things in the world have burned her with... It looks as if all the filthy things that the world has burned her with are starting to be dispelled by the light of the stars. That's what I think. I can't lose her. I'll definitely change history. I repeat this over and over in my mind while looking at Haruka. Before long, we arrive at the coastline. As Haruka faces the sea, she looks up longingly at the shimmering stars. Her face looks anxious, and it feels like she is trying to force herself to smile.
え、どうかしたの？
Excuse me, sorry. I like how that. No burp, no burp. Burp. Sorry about that. Huh? Is something wrong? Oh. Oops. I was just fascinated by you.
バカ。
Whoa, she called him an idiot. That's a change. Slightly embarrassed expression rises to Haruka's face as she turns towards beyond the black ocean.
あ、海。
With those words, I also look at the ocean. Countless lights with tinges of red and yellow rise above the water's surface. They approach us before bobbing away,
き
flickering.
れい。
They start to move as if they're guiding sailors on ships. No one knows where they came from or what reason they sway. That's why they call it Shiranui, or Unknown Fire.
うん。私もその話知ってる。
Okay, so that's what it stands for, Unknown Fire. Of course I know it after all, she told me this before. How smart of you, Makoto. We stay silent for a short while as we are entranced by the beautiful light swaying around. Alright, folks. That's the end of this video. I'm thinking, I don't know, the next one might be the ending. Not the ending, but the ending of this end. My gosh, how do you even word these things? What's the terminology? I don't even know what the terminology is anymore. I think we're going to see Haruka's conclusion. Actually, that was the terminology I could have used. I got it right, just not the first time. So, Haruka and Krumi related, possibly. Sounds very likely. So, I'm curious if that happens, if Izumi gets really embarrassed and tries to apologize for pushing Haruka down and giving her a scar. If Haruka gets, continues to adapt her sense of humor, she could call Izumi Voldemort as a nickname. That'd be very silly. But I find that amusing. Anyway, I hope you folks enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Very well there.